How's everybody doing? Awesome. How was your first day of High Roller PonyCon? Awesome. We're so yeah. Come on. I know it's early. You got to get the energy up. Got a long day. It's gonna be great. Thank you guys all for coming out to Vegas. Just another huge thank you for helping us make this happen. I am Ludi, also Kill Screen, dope DJ. But one of my favorite things in the whole world is Hot Ones on YouTube. How many of you are familiar with that? Oh, good. Awesome. So we're going to do a little parody of that. Not a ripoff. But so we're going to have a very special guest, and that is Mr. Tony Fleecs.
Hello, everyone. This is. Okay, yeah, we're good. We good? You got me? Oh, now I'm fired too. Son of a gun. How dare you? This is the least flattering position I've ever been in for a panel. So that's great. Everybody make sure you enjoy my full girth and weight.
Yeah, I think we're on. Okay, so we're going to start this off. This is Hot Pones. It's not as risque as it sounds. It's just the best pun I could come up with on short notice. So apologies for that if you came expecting something different. It's like I said, it's a parody panel of Hot Ones. It's an interview show on YouTube under First We Feast channel. It's a show with hot questions and even hotter wings. Today we are joined with Mr. Tony Fleecs. He's an IDW comics artist for the MLP comics. He's also wrote an autobiographical comic in my lifetime, and is credited with well over 40 cover arts, including Rick and Morty, Army of Darkness, Furious Road. Anyway, Tony, welcome to HRPC and Hot Pones.
Thank you.
How are you
Does
with?
it work now? Can you
we
hear
do it? Yeah.
All right, good.
How are you with hot food?
I like it. I like spicy food. At a certain point, I don't like it, and I think we're going to reach that point today.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely get there. So you're a fan of the show, Hot Ones,
Yeah.
on YouTube. You've seen all of them, or?
I mean, I've seen at least 20 of them.
Ah, perfect. Yes. It's perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Every Thursday, 10 a.m. I'm there. That's how I am. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna have our wonderful royal flush bring out our wings.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
We'll find a way to share.
What? I don't know what this means.
All right. So I guess we'll just share off the same.
Yeah, I'm with it. What's the first one we're doing?
All right. So this we're gonna start over here. This
right.
is Ancho Merita. It's about 500 Scoville. Very easy. It's like a barbecue-y ketchup.
You've
I
had
would
this
say.
before?
I had it this morning.
Now, this is gluten-free and vegan.
Yeah, we're good
You
to go.
already had hot wings this morning before 11?
No, I just taste test.
Okay. All right, let's go.
That's not unheard of for me. So go ahead and grab your wing and
Scoville.
let's do it.
All right. Now, are you going to eat the whole thing? What are you going to do?
You do whatever you want. You are totally okay to tap out
I'm
if
going to
you
eat the
decide
whole
to.
thing. It looks disgusting when I do it, so if it's too gross, tell me, and then I'll just take bites from now on.
Awesome. Let's do this.
I'm definitely need napkin. How many of those are there? There's 10?
Well, normally there's 10, but in Vegas we do it different. We go to 11.
You double down.
This is the awkward part they edit out in the show.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I like that.
Very tasty.
Sweet, a little spicy. What's a Scoville?
It's about 500.
All right.
Very easy. Sriracha kind of level. So my first question for you is you're an artist, and I think something that a lot of artists fall into is they never know where they're going with it. So when did you first realize that art was going to be a viable career path for you?
Viable, I don't know. But I knew that I was going to take a crack at it like towards the end of high school. Uh-oh.
That's
Already. Yeah, I mean, I had a couple other things in mind, like like possibly like education or I like to sing, although I don't know what like I don't know about being like a professional singer. But I sort of decided towards the end of high school, like I'm just gonna put all my focus into art, and that's what I did. Pretty much senior year on till now.
Interesting. That's awesome. So do you dabble in anything other than drawing? Like, do you do any clay work, maybe anything interesting like that?
I mean, mostly I just do like pen and ink and computers. Sometimes I'll paint. Um, I did do some clay stuff, like some modeling for angles. Like I had to do some turnarounds of ponies, and so I had to actually build them and be able to look at them from different angles. So I do
Just college artistic direction. Right.
salsa verde kind of.
Yes, indeed. Not too hot. If I had to guess the Scovilles on this, I would say about 18 Scovilles.
18. Somewhere in that range. Somewhere between 18 and 30 million. We're not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You were born in Baltimore, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're living in L.A.,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting because a lot of people move to L.A. for a lot of reasons. So what I'm curious is, did you move there because something drove you to the West Coast, or was it a career move?
It was a stupid move at the time, for sure. I was working and living in South Dakota, which is very affordable. And I had just drawn my first comic book, and it got published and sort of got like the tiniest amount of attention, and like it, but it was very well received. So I was like, oh, I make comics now, so I'm just gonna quit my job. And my buddy was moving to the West Coast to go to film school at AFI, and he needed somebody to go with him. And he was like, well, you're not really tied to here. Why don't you just come with me and help me pay rent? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go make our fortunes in LA. So I did, and then I was just immediately went broke. I'd never like worked for myself before. When you're a freelancer, you sort of have to make yourself get up and try to find work and do the work and stay on top of things. And it's not really part of my temperament to hustle like that, or it wasn't at the time. And so I really had to spend a couple years learning about how to force myself to work, like be my own boss.
I'm such a creature of habit that having a schedule
Yeah.
is perfect. So when it's like show up, work, go home, trying to do that otherwise it's rough.
Yeah, so I went broke for several years, and then a couple years before Pony, I started to get my act together.
Cool.
And so since then, I've been in pretty good shape, except for now I just work too much. So I went from like totally floundering to now at the opposite, where I just don't ever go home. My wife forgets what I look like sometimes.
So that's interesting. So you work in a studio then?
Mhm.
You don't work from home. I mean, I'm sure you draw and do some stuff at home. So what's that like? Because when you first started, I'm sure you were doing stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was part of the floundering, actually, was working from home. It was two things. It was being close enough to my bed and my TV to, like, take a nap or just watch Gilmore Girls for a week. Thank you. But
I won't
also-
judge.
But also it was, if I'd get an assignment that's something that would take me a week or two to do, I would just be in my room for a week or two and, like, would not speak to anyone. And I would find myself going to parties or, like, gatherings where people were, and just being like a nut, like I couldn't talk to anyone. I didn't know what was going on. Like, I just felt completely shell-shocked being out in public. So I started going to a studio to work with other people so that I would stay like socialized and not sort of get in my own head so much.
Yeah. No, that's a good plan, though. That makes sense. All right, we'll move on to our fourth wing.
All right, fourth wing.
And it's got this long name that
All right.
I'm going to botch.
Thank you.
Otabalaco Loco, probably, actually. Hawaiian Hamajang Kaiway Smoked Ghost Pepper.
Oh, ghost pepper.
And this one's really good.
All right. Well, I like Hawaiian. All right. I'm going to do the drumstick this time.
We're only on 4, so.
Yeah, we got miles
We'll
to
be
go
able to
before
do
we're
this.
done. All right. Aloha. It hasn't hit me yet? Okay. Here it comes.
It's quite a big jump here. Still not too bad, but this is where the milk and the water and everything comes into
Yeah,
play.
this is much spicier, this one. You're telling me from here it's worse than this?
We have a lot more to go.
Shoot. This is real trouble, folks. Now I'm torn because there's this piece here that I would normally eat, but it hurts my mouth.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why you get to the point. It's just one bite.
Woo. Shoot. All right.
All right, so you've done a lot of conventions
Mm-hmm.
as both a guest and a vendor, and you've done a lot of brony conventions specifically. So what I want to know is, what is your favorite part of being at a con when you can get away from vending and guest duties and eating stupid, violently hot wings?
Oh, God, it's all over in my mouth. This is so hard to not curse. favorite part is sort of meeting the new people and then seeing those new people over and over again until they just become old people, you know. There's such a cool community in Brony conventions and Brony fandom. That one seems like it might be a million Scovilles.
We're probably at about 25,000.
That's the Hamajanga?
That is.
Oh, God. We probably need more beer.
Yeah, that would actually be great.
Yeah. Yeah, the people, obviously. I like, it shows that are more family shows. I like when kids are around. That's great because, like, those are the ones that I can tell, like, they really are getting into the comics. Sometimes it's, like, the first things they read or, like, you can tell they read them a million times. But then I also like, you know, meeting older people that, like, have a real appreciation of what's going on. I'll try this milk. I haven't had milk in years.
Yeah, and we made sure it was whole milk, so it's the real diffusion.
Oh, wow. That really does the trick.
It helps a little.
All right.
So I do have another question, convention related. Have you ever done a cosplay?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I didn't. I'm not a real costume kind of guy. When I was a kid, we never did dress up for Halloween. My parents were religious, and they were anti-Halloween for some reason. So at a certain point, I was like, this is ridiculous, and I started dressing up for Halloween. But I didn't have the financial backing of my parents, so I just had to do bootleg nonsense Halloween costumes. So I'd be like Wolverine, but I would just have like forks taped to my fists.
I used to just do that in my basement just for fun, so I totally feel you.
Yeah.
So what would you say is, specifically as a guest of the convention, what is your most memorable moment?
Oh man, I'm really on the spot here. Of this convention?
Any convention.
I mean, just the first, you know, like the first one I was in, just the first pony convention I ever did was Wizard World LA in 2013, I guess. And just sort of seeing that it was a thing, like, because you sort of like hear that there are bronies and that there are fans of this thing. But just going, I mean, that wasn't even a huge show, but just going in there and just being like, holy crap, look at all these people. Like this thing that I work on. That was weird too, though, because that show was before people really knew there were comics. First couple of years, people would just be like, "There are comics of this," and I'd be like, "Yeah, it's real. It's a real thing." I didn't just print it at my house.
So, officially, are the comics canon?
I think so. I say that the comics are canon, and the show, if it contradicts the comics, goes out of canon.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
The one true canon.
All right, so we're ready for Wing 5. Now, what we normally do, or what the show normally does on Wing 5, is a thing called Explain That Gram, where we do a deep dive on the guest's Instagram, find interesting pictures that need more context. Now, the thing about Tony is his Instagram has 50 pictures, and it's all just art, and it's amazing.
I mean, you can do Twitter. That seems better.
So that's exactly what we did.
All right.
And if they can get it up on the screens out here, I have 3 tweets that I really want you to explain for us.
All right.
So let's see if we can. There we go. So this just says, and I'm curious what this is about. What were you keeping score on?
So the tweet says, "I got my own big game going on here at Wizard World St. Louis, and it looks like it's going to be a blowout. And I was keeping track of furries versus steampunks at this convention I was at. And it was a Super Bowl Sunday, so that is why I said I have my own big game going on. Also, Super Bowl Sunday is a terrible day to go to a convention. Nobody's there. I was very bored. And also, it might not have been a fair accounting because I was right next to a lady that made fancy steampunk top hats.
Oh, okay.
So I was in sort of a steampunk zone. So there may have been furries elsewhere. But as far as in my area, steampunks really ruled the day that day. This is number 5?
This is number 5.
All right.
So
we'll do this. We'll keep
and then
explaining.
Keep going.
Okay. How is it? What is this? This is
not
Karma
too bad.
sauce?
Yes.
Gluten-free, that's good. Okay.
It hit the throat.
Oh, really? far, so good.
Now, I'm no hero here. I love my hot sauce, but I'll start tearing up a little.
I feel like we're both going to be in full tears.
This is we're on this journey
ugly
together.
Crying. Yeah. Okay.
So this next one is, I want to know, what is this a picture of? Where were you? What's the restaurant that you're so confident in?
All right, so that is actually here in Las Vegas. I don't know the name of the place, but it's one of those ones where they make your food. They have a range, and they cook the rice and chop up the onions.
Oh, like hibachi.
Yeah. And that guy's name is Chef Tiger. On the left, he's the chef, but on the right, Jay-Z protege Memphis Bleak, who you don't hear from anymore. But in the early days of Jay-Z Rockefeller Records, was everywhere. Every album that he would put out, Jay-Z would put a real banger on. So his albums would sell too. But I thought if he was co-signing this restaurant, then I would definitely have a good meal there. And sure enough, it was delicious.
Did they toss the shrimp at you?
Uh-huh.
Yes. It's the only time I will eat shrimp is if it's through the air into my mouth.
I think that one was not as bad as the one before. What are your thoughts?
I completely disagree. I'm about to lose it.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, be careful with the eyes.
I don't know about beer and milk together like this either.
It's tough, but I don't know which one hears it better.
Okay. All right.
All right, so our next one here.
This
This is obviously what looks like a tattoo of Pinkie Pie, and it just says, "So this happened."
Yeah, that was here in Las Vegas too. There's a lot of Las Vegas. Way to stay on brand.
On purpose.
That's a lady, I think her name might have been Tara. She got a tattoo of a Pinkie Pie from a pony cover that I drew, where she was dressed up like a transformer. On the cover, it also has Optimus Prime. But in this one, obviously, she didn't go full realism. She just did the Pinkie Pie part. What's up? Is there water? Oh, God.
Whatever you need, Tony. All right, so that was our
You know what
explain
they have
that
on the
Twitter.
show is a spit bucket.
Feel free.
Just on the
need
ground?
to.
Oh, there is a bucket.
And if should anything come
Yeah.
back up, are we streaming? Is this recorded? Please.
It's not going to come back up. Oh, Christ.
All right, so there's that. Explain that, Graham. Dig on this Twitter.
That was fun. I like it.
Yeah, that's it's been a long time. This one was from 2015.
Yeah.
So I was trying to really go back.
You really did a deep dive.
All right, so I wasn't actually. This wasn't on my list of questions, but this sauce is very special to me. It's only available at Sharp's Roast House across the street from the hotel that Everfree Northwest takes place in. It's the only Sharp's Roast House in the world, and they do not sell this online. I bought a bottle in 2017, and it's some of the best hot sauce I've ever had. And I'm really sad that I can't get it, but
It's
I
this
tweeted
hot?
out and to all the Brodies. It was like, if you're coming to Vegas, I need this, and I ended up with 3 bottles.
Oh, no.
So God bless y'all. So we're gonna try this.
Now, that's hotter than this last one?
I think we get a break because
Oh,
I didn't
good.
really know where this would fall, but
I like that Sharps Roadhouse.
it's not mild, but yeah, we'll go ahead and bring those up.
This may have been a mistake. Thank you. This is part 6?
Yeah, this would be wing 6.
Return of the Jedi. Okay, we're doing it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
If we need to take a break,
I don't need any breaks.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Here, just give me that, please.
Very masculine. Okay. Spicy?
A little milder, but
Yeah. I mean, so far so good. Blazer sauce.
yeah. Super impressed with this.
$14.
Yeah, which is not too bad. Which the hot one sauce, which unfortunately is very hard to come by. We could not get any in time for the panel, but yeah, you get a little bottle and it's like $20, I think. So, but we didn't have a question for this, but you said something about being a singer. Is that right? You think we could get like a verse from you?
I don't think so.
Oh no! All right, that's fine. No, he doesn't have to. We don't have
Hold
to.
on. My little pony, my little pony. Ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be.
All right, give it up for Mr. Tony, please.
That's the song we all know.
All right, now we'll move on to Wing 6.
I thought that was 6.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I have it written down, Wing 7, but this is before we added the...
Uh-oh, what's this mean?
We're getting a little serious now.
Whew, that was a music cue.
So, this is Dirty Dick's Hot Sauce Aggressive Brand.
Dirty Dick. Okay.
That is pretty tasty, but...
We got hot pepper sauce. Oh, it's got a tropical twist. This says it's the world's greatest hot sauce.
A large claim.
5 calories. So I think we're okay. I'm going to do the flat one on this one.
Go for it.
And I will leave you with the drumstick. Do you think these are from the same wing?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know how that works.
I wonder if the same chickens even end up in the same bag. I bet it's just like a madhouse.
It might be kind of nice if they all did, like, ride together, die together.
Sure.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I like this one.
Pretty good.
So far, it's sweet. It's tropical. It's got a pig on it. Dirty Dick. All right. You like Dirty Dick? All right. Easy. Yeah, I like this one. So far, it's not really hitting me in a bad way. I feel like it might be out of order.
I went off the show lineup, so I didn't switch these up, but I'm with you. This I think should be here, because these two got
What if it
pretty
just
rough.
attacks us right now?
I'm waiting for it. It's going to be
Sneak
like
attack.
right in here.
Yeah, so far so good. Dirty Dick, played yourself.
Okay, so I was doing some research, and I read that you've done some work for the Milwaukee Brewers and the Cincinnati Bengals, which I think is really, really cool. But what I'd like to know is, like, what was it that you were doing for them, and what's it like to work with or for a major league franchise like that?
Well, usually, I mean, in those cases, I was working for an ad agency or like, or the company Daktronics that makes the big billboards that's at all the stadiums. So it's more. I mean, I was just lying on my resume, if we're being honest. I didn't get paid by the Milwaukee Brewers directly. They paid the ad agency, and then they paid me. So the pressure to impress the actual Brewers was not there so much as just to impress the ad execs that I already knew. But that was like, in the Brewers' case, I think they were going to update their mascot, so I did a few mascot designs back in the mid-aughts.
Okay.
And then the Bengals, I can't even remember what it was. It's been a long time ago. But
So is that their current mascot? Do you have inspiration in that right now?
I don't know. Look them up. Let's see. I did the designs, and then I never thought about it again until just now. Because I don't pay attention to the Milwaukee Brewers. Except when they pay me.
Or when the ad agency pays
His
you?
name, I know his name is Bernie the Brewer.
Could you pull up the laptop again so we can see this?
What we got? That looks like how he looked before I redesigned him. Then maybe they just stayed with the OG Bernie the Brewer. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they just...
Yeah. I always say, why mess with a classic?
True, if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
All right.
But, I mean, they still paid. That is what's most important.
Exactly. That's what, I work.
For description's sake, it's a baseball player with a large mustache. And he has blonde hair, and he wears the Milwaukee Brewers. It's one of the more boring mascots. It's just a man. You know, like the Baltimore Oriole is a bird, and then there's that green thing, the what's it. This is just a man. The Philly Fanatic, yeah.
That's how it was the high school I went to. Our mascot was we were in the Northland of Kansas City, and our mascot was the Northman.
Northman.
Just a dude, a lumberjack dude. I don't even know what Kansas City has to do with
We were
lumberjacks.
the Terrors, and it used to be a Native American. They called it Indian, of course. When I was there, they were going through a transitional phase, and it became an eagle. I can't even believe it's still called the Terrors now in this post-terrorism world we're living in, but they still are. They're holding strong.
Interesting. All right, we'll go ahead and bring up the next wing, Wing 8.
Ocho. We're doing good.
Which is Dawson's Hot Sauce.
Dawson's Creek, one of my favorite shows.
Ooh. Well, we might end this here. I'm going to head out.
Team Pacey, let's go. Now, we both got the flat on this one. Well, now I'm getting it in my
So if you don't know, there's a trick to the flat, and this is why I prefer them. If you pop the wing open right here, and you do a little twist, you get this whole one bone of just delicious meat. But on Wing 8, I'm not going to do that. Just a little FYI.
So far, not too bad. This one's Dawson's Hot Sauce.
Yep.
Jillian, have you had this? Sauce picante with a Q. Not too bad so far.
I don't know if it says on there.
Probably about 12. Heat meter, it says 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it'd probably be about
These people
80,
are liars,
000.
though.
Yeah.
You think I killed my mouth? Just like the Dawson of TV's fame, this sauce is a real wussy.
There you go. All right, so
Thank you.
there's this kind of obsession, I feel like, in Hollywood and the video game industry with like remakes and remasters of Final Fantasy VII, which is, I guess, never going to come out now. But Roseanne just, well...
Never going to come out again?
Well, yeah, good. As you can tell, I wrote this.
A couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Things move fast nowadays.
I was like, Roseanne, it's pretty good. Oh, okay. But it feels like the entertainment industry is out of ideas. And in an interview you did with CBR News, you said that when they remake movies that are already awesome, there's no point in that. They should remake bad movies.
Yes.
Which makes sense. So if you had to give a game or movie that is just terrible,
that sucked,
a remake to make it good, what would it be?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I didn't like the Hobbits as much as I like the Lord of the Rings. I'd be okay if they remade those and made them more kick-ass. Yeah, that's my answer.
The Hobbit. Okay, good stuff. All right, so we'll try Wing 8 here. Now, here I can tell you this is where it gets serious.
8. Now we're going to 11. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Or sorry, no, this would be Wing 9.
Oh, good.
I've got them written down before
All
I
right.
added them.
I see. You're reading the number up top.
So Wing 9. This is the bomb.
The bomb.
It's absolutely terrible.
Oh no.
But I have to give it praise because it is really hot, and it's created by a company called Original One out of Kansas City, Missouri, my hometown. So let's try this.
Missouri. And which?
This is where I strongly recommend you do not
just
eat the whole
take
wing.
a bite, you say?
You do what you do. You.
I'm gonna watch what you do. Just a little flavor, eh? Well, I'm not gonna have this part. I'm going to take a bigger bite than you, but not the whole thing.
I'm already dying.
Okay.
You go for it.
Well, so far, it's not so bad.
All right, so
Uh-oh.
you might have me beat here, Tony.
Here it comes. Well, maybe because I got more meat than you. The meat is soaking
That's
up
true,
the flavor.
yeah. Maybe. All right, because right now what I wanted to do is, while you were supposed to be dying on the bomb,
I'll get there.
we wanted to get a few questions from the audience members. So if
Okay.
anybody has a question, now would be the time to ask Tony. Anybody out there want to raise their hand? Questions?
I'm waiting for it. It's really not that bad yet. I feel like I'm really going to get my
I'm just
comeuppance. Help them design. I don't know. Probably not more than like. This is really not that bad. Really? Did I get the same one that you got? I'm going to eat the other half. This is where it's going to hit. Oh boy. Probably like 5 or 6. Usually they show up to me, they've already been designed. How many have I drawn? Incalculable. Well, that does suck.
There it is.
Oh, shit.
Join me.
That's like a peppermint holocaust. Oh.
Yeah, we actually have a microphone up here if you want to come in.
Yeah, come on up if you have questions. Oh, no. Oh, no, no.
What
no.
is the hardest thing you have done as an animator?
Besides this?
Tony, you played yourself.
The hardest thing is just figuring out complicated compositions. Oh, I don't know why I did this. Nick, yes.
You didn't know this is coming.
Oh, it sure is coming all over the
That was
place.
what is the hardest MLP comic you worked on? MLP wise.
What?
What's that?
The hardest comic MLP wise.
Oh, the hardest comic you've had to work on.
MLP wise.
Ah!
Pony wise.
From Ponies.
Yes.
Gross. The hardest one. I don't know. They're all hard in different ways. The easier ones are when there are less characters, obviously. I just did Legends of Magic, which was about the pillars, and I'd start off with just 2 characters, and then every issue would add a new character or 2. So it would just get progressively more difficult. Like this. I don't like this.
Hey, you can tap out.
No, I would never. Sorry, hotel staff. I don't like this. Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm wondering, are these Hot Wings going to make a cameo in the next comic?
Oh, I think they're going to make a cameo right here. Make a return appearance. Whoa! Gross.
Andy Price would do this.
Andy Price would never survive.
What is your first published work?
My first comic published was a backup story in a comic book called The Gift, number 13. It was called, I don't even remember. Oh, God, I'm going to throw up. I'm fine. It was just 2 pages. And my first actual finished comic was called In My Lifetime. It was about me doing things. It was autobiographical. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, we'll do 2 more.
No. Yes.
Tony, are these, now that you've had these wings, are they now scarring you for life
Yeah.
every time now
Which
you...
one was that? Was that the bomb?
That's the bomb.
Ugh. No. Oh. Yeah. Oh, my whole mouth hurts. That's not
Just
the
take some
bomb. I'm going to tell you right now,
Pepto-Bismol
that's not the bomb at
Hey,
all.
we have some performance-enhancing drugs here.
Oh, I'm going to
should
get
you
involved
need
with
'em.
that afterwards. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Thank you. For the record, just because I grew up with the bomb in my house, it makes an excellent additive. So you put it in like some sour cream dip or some chili. It's great. You don't need the taste. You want the heat.
I just want to cry now. Like, I have
But it
tears
is really
in my
bad.
face that
It
they
is
don't come out.
really, really bad.
I just want to watch a sad, sad movie. Just get all these tears out. Why do they break up their friendship? Yes, sir.
So I'm not sure how well versed you are in internet culture, but I was wondering, what is your favorite meme, dead or alive, classic, modern, favorite meme?
I like the little kid that says that's racist. Is that a meme? That's a meme, right? I like that kid. I don't know if it's a meme. This is like pre-meme, but the monkey that would smell its own butt and then fall out of a tree is maybe the best thing ever on TV or the internet. The bomb.
I'm sad that you didn't show remembrance for her on.
What is the cringiest meme you ever seen?
All right,
Cringiest.
this guy snuck one in. AV, can we get the mic up?
Sneak attack. Cringiest meme. I don't know. I'm very tired of the guy that was walking with his girlfriend looking at somebody else.
Which is the same meme as Drake, which is the same meme as the crumb bucket.
Sure.
It's like all the same.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to Wing 9.
I feel like American Chopper's sort of, I thought it was going to take over for that one, but it came, had a small moment, and then now the guy and his girlfriend is still happening. Hey.
All right.
You want to get a picture of this. Really need that for posterity.
It gets up there,
I
yeah.
don't sweat in my everyday life, just sitting for a living. So this is my first sweat in months. I'm going to take the littler one.
You do you.
Number 10. What's this called?
This is Mad Dog 357.
Oh, now I have thrown off from Mad Dog 50-50. Is that what it's called? 2020? 2020. Now that is a winos drink. If I throw up from this, it would be. I don't think that's irony, but it would be like a rhyme.
It would be the full circle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see. I mean, it tastes like it's gonna suck.
I don't like this one. On the show, everyone's like, "Well, that was way better," and I'm like, "I mean, I guess it's still not good."
Yeah, it tastes metallic.
That's what I think. Like cinnamon and smoke mixed. Not my favorite.
Oh no, it's got some after kick as well. It's on my lips. Is it on your lips?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like hot dip, no big deal.
Oh.
We made a habanero tequila, and it was amazing. Super hot, but it's just all right down the throat, no big deal. So this is rough.
Okay, that one was crappy, but not so bad. Oh wait, no, it's still crappy.
So we're dying on the death sauce here.
Yeah.
We're on the next to the last hottest sauce.
Yeah.
Which is why I saved a very controversial question for this. So
The last one is the next one, right?
is the Megadeth. This is the second to
Okay.
last. But I want to just get this out there. Who is best pony?
I mean, I love Applejack the best. I understand she's not the actual best pony. She doesn't really get opportunity to shine as much as she would need to. But I think in a egalitarian pony society, all things being equal, Applejack would rise to the top. That's what I have to say about that.
All right, straight and to the point.
Yeah.
For the record, my best pony is Silverhound.
She's made me a lot of money. Yeah.
All right, finally, We're going to wing 11.
Ugh, gross.
Blair's
I
Mega
don't
Death
like chicken
Sauce.
wings anymore. That's my favorite food.
That's why I feel so bad for Sean Evans. Like
This is
the
like if
guy
my
on
dad
Hotlands.
caught me eating chicken wings and then just made me eat all these chicken wings. I had to smoke a whole carton of chicken wings. Ugh,
All right, do we have a...
I don't like this. I would rather do anything else.
Where'd our wing carrier go? Here we go. Bring him up. And we're going to bring up 2 special guests for this. So... We've been here on this journey alone together. We're gonna welcome Starstorm and Charlie, our chair and vice chair, to join in on some Blair's Mega Death Sauce.
Ah,
And now,
it's all over my whole mouth.
as is tradition, we if you're familiar with the show, we do the last dab, where we put a little dab on the extra wing. You don't have to, if I mean, if you don't want to.
I'm cleaning my face.
But you know, you will be judged.
Yeah. I'll do it.
And we didn't overdress the wings, like we probably should have. But we'll just say this is 1990 PG. If you've ever seen Spaceballs,
Sure. It's Nuns on the Run. We can have boobs.
you know.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh gosh, why did I do that? All right, you do your own. Are you doing the dab?
It's curdling.
I don't want to do your own dab.
Okay, let me get some more milk just in case. This was a mistake.
So which one is this? I missed it.
This is Blair's Mega Death Sauce. This I do know hits at 500,000 Scoville
Can I
unit.
see the bottle? Can I see the bottle?
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
and you'll have to dab. Well, you don't have
Okay.
to, but
That's such a big dab you did, though.
Did you mention this?
oh, I regret this. Don't worry.
Did you mention this? That this
It's with liquid rage.
With liquid rage is one of the ingredients listed on here. Suggested uses: be warned, this sauce contains ingredients 500 times taller than a jalapeno chili. Use sparingly, not recommended for use without dilution. So don't do exactly what we're about to do. Is what this bottle is saying right now.
I feel like we need a waiver for this.
I hate liquid rage.
All right, last tab.
So does this already have the sauce on it? It already has it on it.
Oh, my whole face hurts.
Oh, I see. It's numbered. I got it. Jeff's like shaking. He's like,
Just trying to get a little baby drop. I don't. Oh,
That's
that is.
funny.
Oh, right there.
he gave his wing a zit with the hot sauce. It was so small.
This
Okay, hang on.
sucks. You have way too much.
Oh,
You made a horrible mistake.
Where did
I'm
all this
out.
go? This is almost empty.
well, the last 3 are from my own stash that I brought.
Here.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. And that's how we do. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
On the
Cheers,
last swing.
like,
Have fun. No, look what he did. All right, cheers.
I hate you all.
Bad idea.
It's just fine. It's fine.
Yeah, just like the meme.
Everything's fine here. How are you?
I just bit mine out.
I'm literally the dog sitting in the burning room right
Yeah.
now saying,
I
"This
think
is
a
fine."
kidney stone finally
This
came
is
out.
fine.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Why are we doing this again? Why is this a good idea?
We're done.
We're
done.
entertainers.
No, but
Done.
aren't we supposed to answer questions now? Do you have a question for me? Do you have a
Actually,
question for me and
no,
Jeff?
we just wanted to watch you two suffer.
Why?
That's not nice.
But what we did have, so while we're dying on the Mega Death Sauce,
Oh, he's going for more.
Oh, my God.
Why?
You are a silly man.
I run a con. I'm insane.
Truth.
That is really
I
good, though.
can't tell if that sucked from that one or just from all the other ones together.
It's still building.
I will say this: out of all these, Blair's, for as hot as it is, has a pretty good flavor that I like.
My face has like a Kool-Aid mouth of pain, where it just is this whole Ronald McDonald section.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Why? Why did I agree to do this?
What's the question?
There's no question. We actually wanted you to do a quick sketch for us
Oh, yeah.
while dying on the Megadeth sauce.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab some paper
I
and.
got La Hojas de
Oh,
Papel.
he's here. You got a pen. You're good to go.
Let's go.
What we want to see is Royal Flush with your best pony, Applejack.
Okay. Oh, I mean, that's... Here we go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's easy enough.
So, are you not all entertained? Was this fun to watch?
Yeah, how was this?
I can't believe he talked me into doing this.
Somebody suggested you should have had Mitch Larson here because you could give him wings.
Well, he was floating around the back. Where'd he go?
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah, that was Jillian that suggested
That was a missed opportunity.
She's a real wordstress.
Anyone else want some more wings?
Whew. I can't draw real great right now. This is no good for the people whose commissions I'm still finishing. Sorry, guys. Oh, now it's in my snot, too. No! Oh, God. Does anyone else have any questions?
Does anyone have any questions for me or Jeff,
Yeah.
too? If you guys
Yeah,
want
come on up.
to ask us anything, go
Mike's
right ahead.
here.
I feel like it's better when I'm talking because it takes my focus off of it.
Yeah, the fact that your mouth is on fire.
Oh, that was
until
a...
you breathe out.
I do just want to cry. Tell me something sad.
I'll tell you, Charlie.
So,
has
do you want to know what happens to Mufasa?
Oh, man, I know about that. That is a real bummer. I'm excited about this new movie, though. It's got Beyonce.
Why doesn't it stop? It
Oh,
just
yeah.
keeps going.
It just keeps going. It's still building. The heat is still building. It's awful.
I wiped my nose with the one with the sauce on it, and it hurts so bad.
I feel like there's in my nostrils inside there's hot peppers.
Everything is awful.
I'm like regretting the Carolina Reapers I have growing at
It
home.
really sucks eating the really hot wings.
This, listen, kids.
Do not try this at
Don't
home.
do that thing I did.
Seriously.
I don't think they're serious enough about how sucky that is on YouTube. It seems
They
like a little
edit out a
fun
lot,
time.
like-
Yeah.
No,
now-
this sucks.
So now I have a question for you guys. Do you feel that building up to it may have been better than jumping right
absolutely.
in? You
Oh,
think
yeah.
So you think it might be in a better spot
My
than Jeff and
mouth
I right
was
now?
dead
Okay.
inside by like
Oh.
number 9. I won't taste anything for months. I could eat anything gross now.
Oh, wait, you heard that, right?
I was not going to make a joke about Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Oh, shade. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, man?
Go
I
for
can't
it.
hear you, but I could hear you. Okay.
Oof.
Hot Pones for real.
I don't know why, but I always want to do a gender swap episode.
Yes.
It seems like a sure thing, but it also, I don't know if it like a show about being about like magical, powerful little girls. If doing an episode where they all turn into little boys is like a sort of like antithetical to the theme, but I feel like it would be super fun. And also, I'd like to see like adorable little girl Big Mac and like just like a chubby. There's no chubby little pony, and I want like a little fat Big Mac lady.
I mean,
girl.
there's a couple different ways to do that. Either magic spell gone wrong, right?
Yeah.
Or just another alternate universe. Like we've got Equestria Girls universe. It could just be another alternate universe where they meet their opposites.
Yeah.
Would be another way to do that.
There's writers here. How come they don't do that? What's the
Yeah. Come on.
What's the premise that they would not do that under? You never pitched it?
Go write it. Go write it, Jillian.
It has not been? Yeah, of course. I mean, like, they made so much money on Adventure Time. The princess. But he was still a dude, right? To the theme?
Yeah. There's I think there's an anime this season that's like Magical Girl Ore, and it's like
Yeah.
instead of just turning into a magical girl, the little girls turn into magical men. I haven't watched it, but it sounds awesome.
I've been curious about that one as well. I would love to see some sort of crossover episode, like with something else. I mean, like all the different pop culture references that we've seen in Pony. Like I feel like there's so many doors have been cracked open to potential crossovers. I mean, like I'm sorry, I won't apologize for liking Rick and Morty. I like Rick and Morty, and
No,
so
you shouldn't apologize. It's a good show.
yeah. Okay, thank you. And I don't know. I just feel like
Who's apologizing?
not me.
Yeah.
I just feel like having some sort of crossover episode there. Probably not under My Little Pony. Probably the ponies going into Rick and Morty's universe and showing up there. I think that'd be a lot of fun to watch. You know, tell me what you guys think about this. Is an idea that I floated a while ago, just kind of put out on Twitter for the world to absorb. With the number of brands that Hasbro owns now, including like Power Rangers when they just picked it up, I put this out there. I sort of realized with the number of different properties that Hasbro has under their umbrella, doing like a Kingdom Hearts style video game, where you've got all these different worlds, like the main characters, like probably the thing that makes the most sense is the easiest to explain would be like G.I. Joe, would be like the main characters, and like Cobra has come up with some like weird technology that allows them to get into different dimensions that are like taking over these other dimensions. And so it's G.I. Joe going into like Transformers land, which is, you know, we've seen in the comics 100 times, but you know, having that be in a game, and then going into Pony, going into like the Power Rangers, going into like all the different things that they own. Of course, in these other worlds, they'd be shooting Nerf guns, because why? Of course they would. And I don't know, and like the hub worlds could be based around like the Hasbro video games, like there'd be like a Hungry Hippos world, and like yeah, I don't know. That's something I would love to see exist, but probably will never happen. But yeah,
I talk about this at almost every panel I'm on, but we were very close to doing. We were very close to doing Transformers My Little Pony crossover in like 2014, and I was gonna draw it, and it got to the it was pitched, and the outlines were written, and covers were drawn, and then some jobs shuffled around at Hasbro, and it sort of got backburnered. It was gonna be like comics that got packaged with toys, and it would come in like a pack with like a Transformer and a pony. It was gonna be a big thing, but ended up not being anything. But the premise of it is so great. It's Decepticons think that the power of friendship is like a real power source, so they go to Equestria. They go to steal it from Equestria, and they land and they see that they're ponies there, so they turn into ponies and then blend in, and then they see Spike and they can't figure out what his deal is. So they assume
who can really?
Yeah, they assume that he must be the power of friendship, so they steal him, and then the ponies have to chase them and get Spike back.
That's Spike's role pretty much in the whole show anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah, it would be great.
What killed it? Like, do you have any idea what?
Yeah, it wasn't like they're like, we shouldn't do this. It was basically just somebody was in, moved from Boys Toys to a different part of Hasbro, and
So it's an internal reorg, and it just sort of fell apart.
The ball just got dropped, and so it's just dropped.
So it could still happen, is what you're saying.
I mean, look, I feel like if enough noise were made about how they should do this, if there was some sort of ongoing tweet campaign or letter writing.
All right, everybody pull out your
there
phones.
you heard it. Hashtag Optimus Twilight.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hashtag rescue Spike from the Decepticons.
Exactly. And then the ponies would like ride in Transformers, and then it'd be great.
Love it. It's like when you see people do up their car in pony decals, but they're the Transformers with all the.
Perfect.
And also Starscream at the end betrays Megatron, of course.
Of course, it would be right otherwise. All right, I think that's our time.
I drew this picture.
Yeah,
it's
here we go.
What's that lady's name?
Royal Flush.
Royal Flush and Applejack. Applejack has her eyes crossed, but is happy. I'm gonna make her sad. I'm gonna turn that smile upside down. Then they have these very hot chicken wings. They're mad about it.
Awesome.
In this cartoon, I'm Applejack, and you will be Royal Flush.
You should put this in the charity auction.
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming
Thanks
out.
for coming.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Enjoy the rest of the convention. You guys are awesome.